but I have a couple different groups of mods for us to test. Get our Fashion Sense mirror from the mail. Now, when you click that checkbox to start off with a mirror with Fashion Sense, what will happen is Haley will send you the mirror in the mail. But if you don't want to go that route and you'd rather go a legitimate route with Fashion Sense, then you can always buy it from Pierre for 1,500 gold. It'll be located at the bottom of his inventory. So let's open Fashion Sense and see what we're working with. So if you want to see all of the mods that you have installed for a particular category, you can click on accessories. And then we'll see here we have our Expressive Elf Ears. We'll be covering those in a moment. But I was looking for this. So I was looking for the mushroom hat. Wanderer's mushroom hat. It is either a content patch mod or a Fashion Sense mod. So that basically means there's two different frameworks you can use. Content Patcher would replace a texture, and then it looks like it just replaces the default mushroom hat with a more goblin core style. And then the Fashion Sense option doesn't replace anything in the game. It is unique to that framework where you can just pick and choose whenever you like. So it is just the singular hat here. So Wanderer's mushroom hat. And if we go back into the game, we'll see here it in action. So the color is ignored. Any Fashion Sense mod, usually if the color is ignored, it'll have parentheses ignored here. So this is kind of what you see is what you get, but it is a very cute hat. I absolutely love it. I love Goblin Core, Fantasy Core, Cottage Core, and this kind of melts in with all of it, right? So very cute hat. I'm not sure what the original mushroom hat looked like. So mushroom cap, if we take this off and put the original on, this is the one it would have replaced if we had used the Content Patcher version. Because we're using the Fashion Sense version, we can have both. In Fashion Sense, I've covered this pretty extensively in the past, but you're able to make outfits, you're able to randomly select from each category. It's very cool, but if you ever want to remove a selection, there is a trash can icon that can clear the selection. So that's how you can go back and forth between in-game hats and Fashion Sense hats, or any category really. And Fashion Sense allows you to change hats, pants, shirts, shoes, accessories, all kinds of things. That was the mushroom hat. Let's move on to the Expressive Elf Ears, which we saw a brief preview of when I was in the Fashion Sense menu. But the Expressive Elf Ears are, why even bother with elf ears if they aren't expressive? Adds a set of elf ears to the player sprite that flop around when using tools or showing emotion. So let's try that out. So now if we go back into the game and we go back into the Fashion Sense mirror, and when you're on the mirror, to get the menu to pop up, you're going to select the tool and left click, and that's how you can get that to pop up. Let's go ahead and maybe pair the mushroom hat with the elf ears, and the elf ears are under accessories. Oh, actually, we're going to take away the hat because it looks like it was overlapping just a bit with our ears, but we'll keep the original mushroom hat. So this is Expressive Elf Ears. And then if we use a tool, we'll see that our ears go down. That's so cute. So we'll see with some of these, the ears will go up and down with the emote, mostly the yes and no from what I can tell. So let's move on to our next mod. So our next mod is Ladder Locator. And I'm not sure if this is just for Skull Caverns or the mines. Mark stones hiding in a ladder in the mines. So maybe let's have this save progress a little bit. So now if we go to the mine area and we go down, it does highlight it. So these two rocks should have ladders. Yep. So if you ever want to kind of cheat your way in Stardew Valley to get through the mines super quickly, you can use this mod to highlight all of the ladders and get down ultra fast. And it seems to work for every level. Let's test this out, see if we can go to the Skull Caverns, and then let's give ourselves a better pickaxe. But we'll see here that there should be, there's actually a shaft here. So this also highlights shafts, which is super cool. 15 levels, that's dramatic. And then we'll see here, it highlighted the same thing over here. It highlighted another shaft to go down, and then really highlights the shafts to go down, but it's a very lucky day, so that's probably why. So that was that one. Let's go back to the farm and go back to the Nexus page. So this was Ladder Locator, and that worked for both the mines and the Skull Caverns. And as we saw, it highlighted the ladders as well as the shafts that you can jump down. So that's super cool. The next one we're gonna look at is Quaint Living Flower Garden 2. And this, I believe, just adds a lot of flowers to the game. So it adds flowers to the game, and we can preview with what it's highlighting. So Quaint Living Flower Garden 2. And here is their preview of all of the different crops that you can grow in each season. So it looks like there's some winter flowers as well. That's nice. And then also showing them off in the greenhouse there. But let's go ahead and try to find some in the game as well. So if we go back to the Nexus page, we'll see that I can't pronounce anything. Amaryllis. So let's look at it in the game. So if we go to the item menu, we'll see it right here. So we got the bulbs and the actual flower. And then it looks like it is liked by many of the villagers, and it only grows in the winter. And then if we go back to Nexus, let's look at a couple more flowers. So that was a winter flower. Let's check out a summer flower, carnation. Oh, it's like a pink carnation if we go into the game. So this is the carnation flower. All right, let's go ahead and check out a spring flower, dahlia, in the game. So again, this was carnation and you can eat it. And then let's check out the dahlia flower. Oh, that's very pretty. And then this one, showy sun-loving flower. And then let's check out a fall flower next. Snapdragon. I love snapdragons. Snapdragon. It's a nice purple one. All right, so that was Quaint Living. Again, it adds a lot of different flowers to the game, all very beautiful, and flowers for each season too, which is really nice. And then let's also take a look at Lumisteria Serene Meadow, which is a mod that adds 20 new crops, 12 giant crops, flower trees, nearly 30 unique gift lines, and more options to obtain the crops, and some other unique details they want to leave us as a surprise. So let's go ahead and preview some of the that is a giant crop. Can you imagine seeing a flower like that big? And then, oh, that's a pretty giant crop. It's like a sunflower, but not. And then I think that was the flower tree in that preview as well, but we'll see if we can catch it in game. So let's see if we can find the list of crops. So it looks like on the mod page, they didn't necessarily add the list as far as I can tell. So some of this may be a surprise to us all. Blue Flame is one of the flowers provided by this mod. A vivid blue flower with the shape of a flame. And that looks like this in the game. Let me remove the mushroom hat. It's kind of getting in the way a little bit. Very pretty flower. Looks like it is poisonous. Minus 25 energy if you consume it. Forget me not. So pretty blue flower here. There is a cabbage. Ooh, okay, cabbage. Romanesco cabbage. I'm assuming this is the one you're talking about. That's nice. And it's an actual vegetable too, which is good. So 63 energy, 28 health, and it probably has lots of recipes associated with it, I assume as well. They do need to have more cabbages in Stardew Valley. It's odd to only have the red one, but that's what mods are for. All right, so that was Lumisteria Serene Meadow. Now let's try to find this NPC, Ayeisha, I believe. Please correct me if I'm wrong in that pronunciation. It's a custom NPC who works for the Ferngill Postal Service, and there is a number of delivery events of the vanilla as well in this. This NPC works for the Postal Service, and it was recently updated for 1.6. And then I'm trying to see how we can trigger an event, but we can see if we can find them on the map. Yep, they're at the beach. So let's go to the beach real quick. And here they are. Hello, you must be the new farmer. I'm Ayeisha. I work for the Ferngill Postal Service. I normally get to your house by 5:30 in the morning. And then let's see if they show up on the relationship menu now. They do. Let's see if we can fake a event. I'm not sure how to trigger them exactly, but let's get them to, we'll just do max hearts and see what happens. Looks like there's another new item here too. So Ferngill Post, collection days are Monday to Friday. Collection time is at 2:10 a.m. and the nearest post office is located in Zuzu City. She replaces Marnie when giving you the first pet. Really? That'd be cool. Hi, Yoria. I have a leftover pack of blue jazz seeds and I thought you can make use of them. Oh, that was the cutscene. She gave us jazz seeds. There are currently 8 mail delivery events for the character in Stardew Valley. So it looks like there are just a lot of delivery events. Yeah, she will drop stuff off at Marnie, Lewis, and so on at the moment. Oh, so maybe if we go to someone's house, we can get that to trigger instead. So let's go to Lewis's house then. Hello, Lewis. I think this package is for you. The label has been damaged, but it looks like your address. Seems to be from Lucky Shorts. Yep, that's mine. That's mine. Thank you. Races back to the house. That's cute. That's adorable. I like that one a lot. So yeah, it seems like a bunch of really cute miniature delivery events. We saw that the NPC replaces Marnie for this cutscene, and we finally triggered the cutscene accidentally, but here we go. I would like to look after it myself, but my cat would not be happy. Oh, it is different. I don't suppose this farm could use a dog. I'll probably see you tomorrow morning, Snooch. Aw, that's cute. I like that a lot. And now our dog's friends with the postman. Very real life accurate. All right, so very nice addition to the game. I like the simplicity of it. Everyone's friends with the postman or postwoman. And then we also have the NPC Hat Mouse Lacey. So Hat Mouse Lacey turns the Hat Mouse from the far corner of Cindersnap Forest into a character named Lacey. And then this was also updated for 1.6. So let's maybe go ahead and go down there and meet Lacey. So hats? Oh, apparently Lacey, Ayeisha may have their own little cutscene. I wonder why I had to deliver 5 packages to this house today. Nobody has lived here for years. I hope someone isn't playing a trick on me. Well, I've done a good job and the packages should be safe. Now I just need to trek back into town. Hopefully I will find some nice forage on the way. Welcome, welcome, money goes far. So Lacey doesn't look like she's here right now. So let's see if we can find them on the map. So this is Lacey. Yoria, how are you? Come in, come in. Welcome to my cabin. Lacey is so cute. Oh, and sorry about the mud room. You didn't hit your head, did you? It's good size for me, but humans are so tall. So what do you think? I think you have a really awesome house. The cabin was abandoned when I moved here, so I took it over. It was in a pretty sorry shape. I've been working hard to restore it. It's quite homey now, I think. It looks great. It must have been a lot of work. So you're a squatter? Oh no. It looks like a child did it. Wow. The insults, they're real. Let's see. It looks great. Thank you. I'm really proud of it. Anyway, this is also my haberdashery. I just love hats. You should buy some of them at my storefront outside. That way you can come visit again. Oh, and when you have some hats, make sure to show them off to me, okay? Okay, Poke? The town puts lots of festivals throughout the year. It's fun to have special days to look forward to. So it looks like she has a schedule. Looks like she's heading someplace since I fast forwarded time. I'm not entirely sure what the schedule is, but what's really nice about NPC map locations, which is another mod I have running in the background, is that it'll show the map locations of everyone, including custom NPCs. So that's really nice. Even if you have lots of new NPC mods, you can usually find them with this one. So that was Lacey, and I really like the idea of making the mouse, the hat mouse, an actual character you can interact with. That's something I do wish default Stardew Valley had, but it's really nice when mods are able to fill in those gaps for us. And I wanted to show off some of the screenshots that they have. So it looks like there's different outfits, one for each season. Very cute. And then it looks like she has different hats for every season too. So we saw that she has a little miniature cap in the game, but she'll have a appropriate hat for each season here. I really like her in the straw hat, or the beach hat, I should say. Very, very cute. Oh, you can marry her. I didn't know that. She's romanceable. So if you've ever wanted to marry a mouse, there you go. And then they're showing off the mod in the different recolor frameworks. So I used Daisy and Nico's Earth Recolor in my personal playthrough, but in the test farm, I don't have any showing at the moment. But also Star Blue, wittily named Recolor, and Vibrant Pastoral Recolor, which is always a popular one. And then showing the interior as well. Very well fleshed out NPC mod. And then let's look at the next mod called Snack Time. So Snack Time adds favorite snacks for the bachelors and bachelorettes, and you're able to purchase these favorite snacks, I think through Gus in the game. Yeah, so favorite snacks for each Vanilla and Stardew Valley expanded marriage candidate and Krobus. You can buy recipes from Gus at the Star Drop Saloon, and then each marriage candidate has a love reaction to that snack. It's up to you to figure out which favorite snack belongs to which person. The description should be a pretty big clue, and all the recipes have a full range of likes and dislikes for giftable Vanilla and Stardew Valley expanded characters. So let's head over to Gus's saloon. All right, so lots of different recipes here. Void egg salad sandwich. Shadow people love this in their lunch boxes. At least the olive is a nice touch. So I imagine my guess would be that Krobus loves this. So let's go ahead and see if we can find that item. And here's what it looks like in person. So lots of good bonuses. Let's see who loves it. Krobus loves it. So that was a good guess. I don't have Stardew Valley Expanded installed at the moment, so unfortunately we won't be able to tell those ones away from the standard NPCs, but that was snack time. So again, you can buy all the recipes from Gus, and then keep in mind this might be best paired with Stardew Valley Expanded, but even if you don't have Stardew Valley Expanded, it's still a lot of really cool recipes that you can make in the game. And then if you do happen to find one that someone loves, then it's another really nice loved gift. Let's look at Pine Spruce in Goods next, updated for 1.6. This mod adds Pine Spruce, aka the branch of pine needles, in some custom-made goods. So looks like they have a preview of the custom-made goods here. You can make tea with it, which I've never had that kind of tea. So we got our pine cone jam, which is a unique preserved treat made from pine cones, plus 50 energy, 22 health. Pine cone needle tincture, a herbal tea made from pine needles. Pine needle tea, a herbal tea made from pine needles. And then pine spruce, a branch from a pine tree with the pine needles. Pine syrup, it's made from steeping pine needles into a sugar syrup. So a fun way to add a lot more pine themed items to Stardew Valley. So it looks like shaking the pine trees nets you the pine spruce branch, and then that itself gives you very minimal energy and health, but I imagine it's used in a lot of recipes. So Keg got us the camphor infused vodka, pine needles infused in a fine vodka. And then one thing to keep in mind with on Pine Spruce and Goods is when you are downloading mods, you want to make sure that you are always checking the required mods. So this one not only requires Content Patcher, which is probably a framework you should have regardless when you start modding, but it also requires Farm Type Manager, which is another framework mod. We have Sit and Relax, Rest Your Butts, a simple mod that detects when you are sitting. After every 6 seconds, the mod will check your stamina, and if it's not max, then you'll get some stamina back. So that is the basics of this mod. So let's get the energy nice and low. All right, that's good enough. Now if we go sit, we should see our energy slowly start to tick up with this mod. And there it was. So every 6 seconds, if your energy is not a max and you are sitting, it will slowly increase your energy. And that is the basics of this mod. There are several mods that kind of do something similar, but this one is updated for 1.6. So sit and relax, rest your butt. And then we'll move on to the next one, which is new skill, archaeology. Rewrite for a skill and general content based around digging and panning mechanics, now updated for 1.6. Get experience from artifact spots, clay spots, and digging up in the mines and from panning. So now if we go to our skills panel and we scroll down, archaeology is a skill, but let's go ahead and read more into the Nexus page. So again, make sure when you're downloading this mod, you download all the required mods. So to level up, you gain XP from artifact spots, clay spots, digging something up in the mines, and from panning. As you level up, you gain access to 2 displays. You can put artifacts on these displays through the preservation chamber machine. Learned at level 1. Artifacts on display sell for a lot more than those that are not. The dwarf skull on display sells for substantially more money than one that does not. So a dwarf scroll only sells for 1 gold usually, but when you put it on display, it sells for 500. So it's a very useful skill. So we know that we can get lots of money through this skill, through that machine. And at level 2, you unlock grinding. Similar to Bone Mill, you can turn rusty metal artifacts into ore. Let's see if we can find that in the game. So we have our grinder here, and then let's get an artifact. Ancient sword. Ah, that one gave us 7 ore. Golden mask. I bet you this gets us gold ore. Yep. So that's a very useful way to use artifacts that you may have double, triple of. There are some artifacts you just get so many of it in this game. And if we go back to the Nexus page, you can choose professions that increase gold gained from selling artifacts, speed boost when digging up artifacts, or even be able to pan for artifacts. It goes into the different professions that you can get at level 6 as well, including have more artifact spots spawn each day, gain additional items with panning, and then when you get an item from panning or from digging an artifact spot, you get a speed boost. We were just talking about those. And that is Archaeology Skill for 1.6. So it really just expands on the use of artifacts and allows you to do some really cool things with those. And then let's take a look at some of the screenshots. New skill, unlock a new crafting and cooking recipe, new machines. So we have the preservation chamber, which we talked about. That's what puts things on display so you can sell them for more gold. Grinder, ancient battery station. And then here is a preview of all the machines and then the different levels and what you can get through the archaeology profession. And then all the stuff you can put on display. So first, let's get the battery station. Let's get any juice and then copper bar. Put the machine down, and then that takes 12 hours. Let's see if that can be made instant after the fact. So we get 2 batteries from that. That's pretty cool. It did use 6 copper bars and then the 1 juice to make 2 batteries. And now we have Uncle Iroh approved tea. So if you don't know who Uncle Iroh is the best character from a show called Avatar. Technically, he's in the new one on Netflix, but I'm referring to the cartoon, of course. But Uncle Iroh is known for loving tea. So Uncle Iroh's tea does require custom bush, and custom bush requires fox core. So keep in mind that some required mods may have required mods of their own. And then it also requires content patcher and space core as well. Brown rice tea. Let's see if we can find that. We go back into the game. Brown rice tea. An earthy roasted rice tea with a deep flavor. Increases speed by 2 for 7 minutes. So that one's really nice. Cassia tea. And I apologize if I'm getting some of the names of these incorrect. Made with cassia seeds. So let's find that one. So we have the cassia flower and then the cassia tea. A bittersweet tea made from steeping the salty seeds of a cassia flower. +1 speed, +1 attack. And then we have chamomile tea, which I consume regularly. Chamomile tea, a relaxing tea made from chamomile flowers. A ton of energy and health. And obviously that is made from the chamomile flower. And then we have chrysanthemum tea. So let's get that going. Chrysanthemum tea, a sweetened floral tea made from chrysanthemum flowers that warms you right up. +40 max energy. And then you also get defense and speed. But for 7 minutes, +40 max energy is pretty sweet. And then what else do we got? We have health blend tea, a delicious blend of chrysanthemum tea and cassia tea with some dried goji berries added in. So lots of energy and health. And it looks like it combines the 2 teas in terms of effects. So you get the +40 max energy, +2 speed, +1 defense, and +1 attack for 21 minutes. Very nice. Lavender tea, a piney floral tea made from lavender flowers, +1 farming, +1 speed. We have jasmine tea, a classic tea with a light floral aroma, +1 foraging, +100 max energy, and +2 speed for 7 minutes. All the max energy. And then, I am not sure how to pronounce this one. Osmanthus? Classic Eastern tea with a recognizable floral aroma, +2 luck, +2 speed for 3.5 minutes. Very nice. And then it looks like there was an alternative teapot as well with that. So let's see if we can find that in the game real quick. Teapot. And then they had a preview of all the teas, the new crops that we were just talking about. So each one of those teas had a crop associated with it. And then some of the seeds like goji berries and stuff that were required for some of those teas are here as well. And then it looks like there's some new dishes to go along with the crops too. So we have moon cake, a traditional Chinese pastry with intricate design pressed into it, +1 farming, +1 luck, +7 max energy. And then it looks like there's also candied orange peel. Ooh, that sounds really good actually. Bursting with flavor, 280 energy and 126 health and +2 speed. Rice porridge, savory with bonus flavors from the toppings. So +75 max energy and tons of energy and health on that one. And then a tea egg. So I've never had a tea egg. Sauce gave them a cool marbling effect, +2 speed, +2 defense. Very cool. Very nice mod. Let's do style comparison for Artisan Good Icons Light. So this changed how Artisan icons look. So it changes the jellies, pickles, wine, juice, and honey. Just changes the icons of some of the Artisan goods to be updated. Beach extension for crab pot. This adds an area on the beach where you can add more crab pots so that you don't have to muddy up the beach in Stardew Valley. So let's go ahead and warp to the beach. And then we'll see a little boat here. So you can go into that boat, just warps you to this location here. And this is literally made for you to put crab pots. So if you have a ton of crab pots, but you've never liked the look of them on the beach, this is just an area just for you to put those. And then obviously you can put 2 rows in each of these. So quite a few crab pots. The other mod we're going to check out is related to this mod. Go back to Nexus. So that was the beach extension for crab pots, but there is also a mod that expands on this area called Beach Additional Storage Space Area, which adds a little area to the bottom of this that is roofed, but you can kind of see through the roof. It's just an extra storage area in the game for you to utilize how you see fit. So you can get it roofed. It looks like you can also just in the configuration option remove the roof. And then it looks like you can also remove the fencing. And then you can see here they just used the area for machines and a little sitting space. And then here's how they were utilizing the space for crab pots. So very cool. The generic mod config menu real quick, see if it supports it. So if we go back to the game, we can exit to the title and see that the crab pot expansion is right here. So you can say whether or not you want scaffolding or not. And then for the additional storage space area, let's remove the roof and see how the area looks different. We can see that middle section no longer is there. And then we no longer have a roof over the additional storage area. And then we changed that through the config as well. So again, it's a really cool way to have a bunch of crab pots at the beach without taking over the shoreline. So that is all the mods I was going to cover today. But if there's any mods you guys would like me to cover in the future, don't be afraid to join the Discord and recommend them to me on the mod recommendations channel. That's where you can see everyone's mod recommendations, so feel free to check those out. I hope everyone has a good weekend, a good rest of your day, and I can't wait to see you again. Bye.